Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the graduation ceremony for graduates of the Faculties of Asian and International Studies, Commerce and Administration, Health and Behavioural Sciences, Humanities, and the Graduate School of Management. In a few minutes, the graduation ceremony will commence. The procession of staff will enter first. After a brief pause, the University fanfares will announce the entrance of the dais party. Ladies and gentlemen, please rise for the entry of the staff procession and the dais party and remain standing until both parties are seated. Thank you.
fellow members of the Council of Griffith University, Sir Theodore Bray, Foundation Chancellor of the University, Vice-Chancellor Professor Roy Webb, Ms Patience Toms, past Deputy Chancellor of the University, past Council members, members of the staff of Griffith University, graduates and students of the University, ladies and gentlemen. It's the custom for Griffith University and its guests to gather to celebrate the conferral of academic awards on its graduates. These occasions hold special significance for our graduates, their families and friends, and for the entire university community. As Chancellor of Griffith University, it's my pleasure to extend a very warm welcome to everyone present. I extend a particular welcome to His Grace, the Most Reverend John Bathersby, Catholic Archbishop of Brisbane. Archbishop Bathersby is to receive the University's highest honorary award, that of the Doctor of the University, and he will later be addressing us. This evening is a special occasion for our graduates. Their hard work is here publicly acknowledged and rewarded. I extend our congratulations to each one of them. The honour we do them reflects also on the University for the part it has played in their achievements. Griffith University now has over 17,000 enrolled students spread over 6 campuses, and it's a university well known for its innovative and interdisciplinary approach to higher education. Its maturity as an institution and its academic and cultural depth and diversity are illustrated tonight as graduates from 4 faculties, those of Asian and International Studies, Commerce and Administration, Health and Behavioural Sciences and Humanities, and from the Graduate School of Management, receive their awards. I shall say a little about these entities and recent events involving them, since this is the appropriate forum to give some public report on our activities. The Faculty of Asian and International Studies, one of the original academic divisions of the University, has long led the way nationally in its area. A new School of Languages and Applied Linguistics was established within the faculty at the beginning of this year, and a new $3 million Languages and Applied Linguistics building is now ready for occupation. The new faculties will greatly enhance the study of languages, an important part of the university's engagement with our neighbours. The Centre for Applied Linguistics and Languages will provide English as a second language service to clients of the CES as part of the Special Intervention Program of the Department of Employment, Education and Training. Students of the faculty have achieved some noteworthy successes. Mr. Andrew Marriott and Ms. Marinda Fowler, who are studying for the combined Bachelor of Laws, Bachelor of Arts degree in Law Asian Studies, have both received prestigious scholarships entitling them to a year's study at a national university in Japan. Ms. Joyce Richards and Ms. Gwen Mananto have been awarded internships with the Foundation for Development Corporation. The faculty continues to supply occupants of established chairs at other universities, thereby demonstrating its own distinction. 6 such instances have already occurred, and next year there will be 1 more. The Faculty of Commerce and Administration continues to expand its course offerings, working in consultation with industry leaders to ensure that industry needs are specifically targeted. The Bachelor of Commerce in Retailing Management, introduced this year, is the first non-external course with a direct emphasis on retailing to be offered in Queensland. The recently launched Bachelor of Commerce in Banking, Finance and Risk Management is a cross-faculty venture involving also the School of Applied Mathematics and Statistics in the University's Faculty of Environmental Sciences. The existing graduate diploma in accounting will be repackaged, and a new Master of Professional Accounting will be offered in 1995 to meet market demand for a course at this level. The renaming of the Master of Administration as the Master of Public Sector Management from 1995 indicates the direction from which interest in the course is coming and the particular demand for it. The establishment of the Academic Support Centre has proved to be a successful and valuable source of support for international students and those from equity target groups. This is the only faculty support-based system of its kind in Australian universities. The Faculty of Health and Behavioural Sciences has commenced 4 new postgraduate courses in the area of disability studies, midwifery, leisure management and clinical psychology. People with relevant work experience in the disability field now have the opportunity of undertaking the new Graduate Certificate in Disability Studies. In addition, students in the Bachelor of Behavioural Sciences will have the option of a combined psychology and disability studies major. Both of these initiatives complement the faculty's existing Graduate Diploma of Rehabilitation and Master of Rehabilitation courses. These developments are examples of the university's relevant approach to curriculum design and the development of courses that will prepare its graduates for the future. As well as the new Graduate Diploma and Master of Midwifery, the faculty will offer from 1995 the Master of Mental Health Nursing and the Master of Nursing, providing graduates with additional options to develop their knowledge and skill. A psychology clinic is to be established at the Nathan campus, and it will provide students of the Master of Clinical Psychology with the opportunity to gain practical experience. The university this year established the School of Occupational Health and Safety. The school is based in the Faculty of Health and Behavioural Sciences, but will draw on expertise from other faculties. The Faculty of Humanities is another of the original academic divisions of the university. Recent years have seen significant expansions in the degree offerings of the faculty at both the undergraduate and postgraduate level. The School of Applied Ethics, an inter-faculty school hosted by the Faculty of Humanities, commenced undergraduate teaching last year, and this semester has offered its first Master of Arts by coursework. The School of Theology, jointly hosted with the Brisbane College of Theology, has now added undergraduate students to its body of postgraduate research students. The School of Contemporary European Studies has extended its European culture and language offerings to include a new Spanish Studies major. A Master of Arts by coursework in European Studies is also being planned. The Master of Arts in Cultural Policy can now be undertaken in the School of Cultural and Historical Studies through open learning. The faculty has been involved in the development of open learning in Australia for some time now, and the university is consequently well placed to take advantage of the new opportunities. 2 new undergraduate degrees, the Bachelor of Arts in Screen Production and the Bachelor of Arts in Communication, will be offered by the Faculty of Humanities in 1995. Ladies and gentlemen, we at Griffith are proud of the university's progressive and innovative style and its achievements as an institution of higher education. We are committed to excellence in the development of our academic programs and derive great satisfaction from the fact that our considerable cultural and intellectual resources are placed at the service of the wider community. Our many graduates have earned success and acclaim in Australia and overseas. We're sure that this evening's new recruits to that band will enjoy their share of distinction in the careers they now will undertake, and will in their turn add to the University's record of achievement. As we continue with our proceedings, I express once again warm congratulations to each of our graduates and extend to them our best wishes for their lives ahead. I now call on the Deans to present the graduates from their respective faculties who are to receive their awards at this ceremony.
Chancellor, the Dean of the Faculty of Asian and International Studies, Professor Nancy Viviani.
Chancellor, I present graduates who have been granted the Bachelor of Arts in Modern Asian Studies. Sophie Bekovic. Mary Beloff. Russell Brown. Rachel Browning. Cos Cameron. Timothy Clark. Jennifer Claudel. Janice Cusack. Victoria Eroshkin. Gillian Evans. Warren Franklin. Jodie Keeble. Gloria Ma. Claire Micheletti. Deanna O'Sullivan. Alexander Oy. Anthony Penning. Michelle Purdy. Katrina Selby. Veena Sharma. Joanne Walters. Justine Ward. Anthea White. Chancellor, I present graduates who have been granted the Bachelor of International Business. Jodie Ashley. Anthony Bigby. Kevin Borman. Justin Bryce. Mark Crane. Norlena Hannam. Takwa Hasagawa. Peter Hayward. Stephen Johnson. Samantha Cale. Philip Lewis. Gwenola Menonto. Stephanie Mills. Rosemary O'Hagan. Shane Redsell. Brooke Thomas. Stephanie Whitelaw. Chancellor, I present a graduate who has been granted the Bachelor of Arts in Modern Asian Studies with first-class honours, Ian Hain. Chancellor, I present a graduate who has been granted the Graduate Diploma of Chinese Language, Peter Hayward. Chancellor, I present a graduate who has been granted the Graduate Diploma of Japanese Language, Joanne Walters. Chancellor, I present a graduate who has been granted the Master of Arts in Asian and International Studies, Sandra Kemp. Chancellor, I present a graduate who has been granted the Master of Arts in International Studies, Greg MacLeod. Chancellor, that concludes the presentation of graduates of courses of the Faculty of Asian and International Studies.
Chancellor, the Dean of the Faculty of Commerce and Administration, Professor Errol Islam.
Chancellor, I present graduates who have been granted the Bachelor of Administration or Bachelor of Commerce. Darryl Aubrey. Ray Bennett. Gayleen Best. Patricia Black. Michael Boss. Anne Bowman. Shelley Brewer. Diana Bryan. Philip Bumstead. Darren Burgess. Stuart Cameron. Yu Chan. Kathy Chang. Joan Corrie. Janet Courtney. Tony Cross. Robert Cruikshank. Susan Cruikshank. Marjorie Cusack. Mary Doolan. Morris Doyle. Bevan Dunlop. Bruce Elder. Nicholas Fatsius. William Feige. Roy Fellow. Edmund Fu. Ian Gilbert. Brooke Graham. Sheila Graham. Catherine Gredden. Kelly Giles. Jennifer Harris. Wanda Harris. Ella May Howe. Janelle Hawkins. Tanya Haywood. Richard Ho, Jane Holmes, Susan Hunt, Adam Kent, Michael Klan, May Kwok, Brad Lauder, Joe Leung, Tanya Lucina, Tracy Linsell, Adrian Lovell, Les McDonald, Randall McDonald, Margaret Maguire, Ben Martinuzzi, Annette McVeigh, Judith Mines, Kerry Phillips, Kerry Pitcher, Owen Raymond, Lorenzo Reganato, Angela Ricketts, Megan Riddle, Penelope Roberts, John Russell, Gary Saunders, Bernadette Savage, Susan Scully, Kumaran Santhayaval, Julianne Shearer, Nerida Torbett, Stuart Thompson, Lee Na Say. Andrew Walls. Sarah Ward. Ryan Whiteleg. Chancellor, I present two graduates who have been granted the Bachelor of Commerce with First Class Honours. Thomas Cohut. Rebecca Loudon. Chancellor, I present a graduate who has been granted the Graduate Diploma of Business Computing and Information Systems, Bruce Beresford. Chancellor, I present graduates who have been granted the Graduate Diploma of Economics, M. Shoaib Butt. Daniel Kappa. Marek Mania. Chancellor, I present a graduate who has been granted the Graduate Diploma of Human Resource Management and Industrial Relations, Sandra Smareglia. Chancellor, I present a graduate who has been granted the Master of Administration, Andrew Wood. Chancellor, that concludes the presentation of graduates of courses of the Faculty of Commerce and Administration.
Chancellor, the Acting Dean of the Faculty of Health and Behavioural Sciences, Associate Professor Trevor Arnold.
Chancellor, I present graduates who have been granted the Bachelor of Arts in Leisure Management, the Bachelor of Arts in Recreation Management or the Bachelor of Leisure Studies. Kiralee Brumby. Elisa Edwards. Robert Kerr. Georgia King. Camilla Mason. Mitchell Watson. Chancellor, I present graduates who have been granted the Bachelor of Behavioural Science. Sharon Bishop. Chris Burton. Rita Fellini. Graham Gibson. John Gregan. Robin Horn, Kathleen Mansfield, Chancellor, I present graduates who have been granted the Bachelor of Nursing. Carol Chalmers, Meg Christie, Penny Collins, Deborah Gilbertson, Catherine Hegarty, Susan James, Hester Mackenzie, Tony Nugent, Beverly Robinson, Vivian Smith, Jean Werner, Janine Wyatt, Chancellor, that concludes the graduates from the Faculty of Health and Behavioural Sciences.
Chancellor, the Acting Dean of the Faculty of Humanities, Dr. Jennifer Craik.
Chancellor, I present graduates who have been granted the Bachelor of Arts in Australian and Comparative Studies. Margaret Blower. Tamara Boniface. Susan Collins. Margaret Coombs. Susan Haig. Peter Hopp. Robin Lawrence. Diana Nocente. Margaret Palmer. Julie Thurston. Trevor Ward. Chancellor, I present graduates who've been granted the Bachelor of Arts in Humanities. Clinton Aldridge, Andrea Baldwin, Greg Chesterfield, Kula Christopoulos, Melissa Clough, Juanita Daigle, Teresa Foley, Jodie Harris, Vanessa Hilton, Lara King, Richard Kingsford, Anthea Parker, Natalie Seiler, Bill Tooth. Chancellor, I present a graduate who has been granted the Bachelor of Arts and Humanities with Second Class Honours Division A, Gordon Fletcher. Chancellor, I present a graduate who has been granted Bachelor of Arts and Humanities with Second Class Honours Division B, Vicky Ross. Chancellor, I present a graduate who's been granted the Master of Arts in Australian Studies, Catherine Orford. Chancellor, I present a graduate who's been granted the Master of Arts in Film and Television Studies, Katrina Versace. Chancellor, I present graduates who have been granted the Master of Arts in Women's Studies, Josephina Hearn. Laureen Harris. Eileen Haywood. And Georgia Kelly. Chancellor, that concludes the presentation of graduates of courses of the Faculty of Humanities.
Chancellor, the Director of the Graduate School of Management, Professor David Limerick.
Chancellor, I present graduates who have been granted the Master of Business Administration. Ian Bass. Jeffrey Casey. Cho Kwan Cheng. Rita Yukling Huey. Vicky Ma. Mark MacDonald. Jeff Murphy. Emmanuel Perber. John Steele. Tony Wapola. Yupang Wang. Chancellor, that concludes the presentation of graduates of courses of the Graduate School of Management.
Chancellor, the Chair of Academic Committee, Professor George Carney, will now present a candidate for the award of the University Medal. This will be followed by the presentation of graduates who have been granted the degrees of Master of Philosophy and Doctor of Philosophy.
Chancellor, the University Medal may be awarded to a graduate who has completed the requirements for both a bachelor's degree of the university and a degree with honours in recognition of academic excellence. Chancellor, I am pleased to present a graduate of the Faculty of Asian and International Studies who has been granted the 1994 University Medal, Ian Edward Hayne. Mr. Chancellor, I will now proceed with the introduction of the research higher degree graduates. I will read a citation for each graduate in turn and then present the graduates to you to receive their degrees. Mr. Chancellor, Jennifer Ann Rowe has been granted the degree of Master of Philosophy taken in the Faculty of Health and Behavioural Sciences. As a participant observer in an acute care children's ward, Ms. Rowe compared nursing and parenting practices. Nurses emerge as the initiators and controllers within the setting, parents as those who wait and contribute where permitted, yet both see themselves as centrally responsible for the child. While the contradiction is apparent to the observer, it is not so to the nurses and to the parents. Further development of the nursing practice may lie in the use of nurses' relative power to nurture their relationship with the parents for the benefit of the child. Chancellor, the degree of Doctor of Philosophy is awarded to a graduate who has successfully completed a prescribed program of study, principally of research. A thesis embodying the outcomes of the research is the principal basis of examination. The degree is only awarded if the examiners are satisfied that the thesis makes a significant and an original contribution to knowledge and understanding of the field of knowledge with which it is concerned. Tonight, the University is proud to honour its Doctor of Philosophy graduates who have satisfied these rigorous criteria for the award of the degree. Chancellor, Earl Enid Merle Wiley has been granted the degree of Doctor of Philosophy taken in the Faculty of Asian and International Studies. Dr. Wiley shows how the extremely high death rate suffered by the population of Malaya in the 19th century and early 20th centuries was caused by the transformation of the peninsula into the world's largest producer of tin and rubber. Immigrant workers introduced diseases to which the inhabitants had no immunity. Overcrowding in mines, plantations and towns created the conditions in which intestinal disease flourished, and the disruption of ecosystems promoted the breeding of the vectors of disease such as malaria. Dr. Wiley's thesis pioneers the use of ecological theory in the study of Malaysian history. Chancellor, Jan Yue Zhou has been granted the degree of Doctor of Philosophy taken in the Faculty of Asian and International Studies. Dr. Zhou's thesis is a comparative study of the effects of grain marketing systems of China and India and the effect they have on grain production. A three-step inquiry procedure was used, which involved surveys of experts to extract and pool expert judgment on the effect of various factors on grain production, surveys at farm level, and quantitative analysis using national aggregate data. The thesis shows that the grain marketing system did infect the grain production, with the abrupt policy changes being particularly disruptive. Chancellor, Miles McGregor Lowndes has been granted the degree of Doctor of Philosophy taken in the Faculty of Commerce and Administration. Dr. McGregor Lowndes' thesis develops an analytical framework of the regulatory environment of charitable organisations, combining the disciplines of law, economics and public policy. In particular, the incidence of regulatory failure is investigated for the purpose of identifying and clarifying the functions of intermediaries within the regulatory environment. The broad-ranging scope of the research has provided an original synthesis of theories from the three disciplines, from which a model of dynamic facilitation and the dynamic control of intermediaries has been developed. Both the provision of an original model with which to examine and explain regulatory failure and the wealth of comparative empirical data contained within this thesis contribute to an understanding of the state administration of a regulatory framework. Chancellor, that concludes the introduction of the candidates. I now ask they be presented with their awards. Chancellor, I present a graduate who's been granted the degree of Master of Philosophy, Jennifer Ann Rowe. Chancellor, I now present graduates who have been granted the degree of Doctor of Philosophy, Dr. Enid Merle Wiley, Dr. Zhang Yue Zhou, Dr. Miles McGregor Lowndes. Chancellor, that concludes the presentation of Master of Philosophy and Doctor of Philosophy graduates.
Ladies and gentlemen, there will now be a brief musical interlude performed by the Griffith University Collegiate Singers.
There was an old man called Michael Finnegan. He grew whiskers on his chin again. The wind came up and blew them in again. Poor old Michael Finnegan. Begin again. There was an old man. There was an old man. There was an old man. This old man, he played one. He played knick-knack on my drum with a knick-knack, paddywhack, give a dog a bone. This old man came rolling home, rolling home, rolling home. There was an old man called Michael Finnegan. He picked up and gone for sugar because they say we must sing again. Poor old man came rolling home. Finnegan, 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 Finnegan. This old man, he played three. He played knick-knack on my knee with a knick-knack, paddywhack, give a dog a bone. This old man came rolling home. Finnegan, begin again, Finnegan, begin again, Finnegan, begin again. This old man, he played four. He played knick-knack on my door. With a knick-knack, paddywhack, with a knick-knack, paddywhack, knick-knack, paddywhack, give a dog a bone, give a dog a bone, give a dog a bone. There was an old man, there was an old man, this old man, in nomine Dei, Domine Dei, Sanctus, 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 Dominus Deus, Sanctus, 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 Dominus Deus, Plenius in cieli et terra, Gloria, Gloria Tua, Plenius in cieli et terra, Gloria, Gloria Tua. Hosanna, Hosanna Deo, Hosanna in excelsis, 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 Benedictus, Benedictus, qui venit, in nomine Dei, Domine Dei, Dei, Sanctus, 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 Dominus Deus, Dominus Deus, Dominus Deus, Sabaoth, Plenius in cieli et terra, Gloria, Gloria Tua, Hosanna in excelsis, Hosanna in excelsis Deo.
Chancellor, the Vice-Chancellor, Professor Roy Webb, will now present candidates for the award of the Medal for Outstanding Service and the degree of Doctor of the University.
Chancellor, the Medal for Outstanding Service may be awarded to honour any member of the staff of the University or any other person who has provided exceptional service to the University in the course of the person's association with the University. Chancellor, the University is particularly honoured tonight to recognise the invaluable contributions of Mr. Ronald Eric Burgess. A distinguished and internationally renowned architect, Mr. Burgess has served on the University's Finance and Property Committee for the past 7 years as a co-opted member with special expertise in property matters. Since 1991, Mr. Burgess has chaired the University's Site Planning Committee, leading it through a major planning and environmental review spanning 3 of the University's campuses. Mr. Burgess also accepted the demanding task of chairing the University's Working Party on Parking, a role which he performed with considerable skill and tact, and he has also served as a member of the University's Tender Board. During his association with the University, Mr. Burgess has brought a distinctive and balanced perspective to bear on every aspect of the University's physical planning. His professional skills, extensive knowledge and congenial personality have contributed substantially to the development of the University. The University resolved to award the University Medal for Outstanding Service to Mr. Ron Burgess in recognition of his generous voluntary service to the University over an extended period of time. Chancellor, I present to you Ronald Eric Burgess, who has been awarded the Medal for Outstanding Service. Chancellor, I now present a candidate for the degree of Doctor of the University. The Council of the University has resolved to award the degree of Doctor of the University to His Grace the Most Reverend John Bathersby. John Alexius Bathersby was born in Stanthorpe in 1936, where his father was publican of the Country Club Hotel. He attended St Joseph's Convent School in Stanthorpe and then St Joseph's College, Nudgee, for his secondary education. From school he entered Pius XII Provincial Seminary at Banyo in Brisbane. John Bathersby was ordained in 1961 and began his work as a priest of the Toowoomba Diocese. For 7 years he worked as associate pastor in Gundawindi. This was the beginning of a lifelong love of Western Queensland and its people. Even when serving later on the seminary staff, he would spend much of his summer vacation acting as pastor of Dirranbandi. In 1969, he was sent to Rome, where he gained his licentiate in theology at the Pontifical Gregorian University. Returning in 1972, he began work at the Pius XII Seminary. In 1982, he gained a doctorate at the Pontifical Gregorian University with a thesis entitled The Foundations of Christian Spirituality in Bernard Lonergan, S.J. His own intellectual life has been radically shaped by the Canadian philosopher and theologian Bernard Lonergan. From Lonergan, he gained the theoretical basis for his conviction that the fully integrated human being must experience an intellectual conversion and not just a moral one. Hence his lifelong pursuit of understanding and his support of scholarship in all fields for all people. This also explains his enthusiasm for the Brisbane College of Theology and its affiliation with Griffith University. Moreover, he is a foundation member of the Australian Catholic Theological Association. In Lonergan, he found above all an affirmation of his own definition of the human person in terms of a capacity to wonder. Part of his ministry as priest and bishop has been to evoke this wonder in all those he meets. He discovered it in country people, and despite their lack of space and time, he also finds ways of evoking wonder in city people. In 1986, John Bathersby was ordained Bishop of Cairns. The 6 years he spent there were marked by a deep commitment to the most isolated members of his diocese and to the most marginalised, especially the Aboriginal and Islander people. This commitment was practical and personal, not just public and political. He knew them by name and shared their lodgings at times. He has been a member of the Committee for Ecumenical and Interfaith Relations of the Australian Bishops' Conference since 1988, and he is also co-chair with the Reverend Dr. James Hare of the Uniting Church Roman Catholic Dialogue in Australia, which is located in Brisbane. When in 1992 John Bathersby was appointed as Catholic Archbishop of Brisbane, he stressed his commitment to ecumenical collaboration and to working with others on the questions confronting our society. Since that time, other member churches of Queensland Churches Together would testify to his willingness to fulfil that commitment. John Bathersby hates to see religion treated as if it is irrelevant to life. He believes it is about the deepest level of life, and so the church must be a normal part of all aspects of life in this city. As Archbishop, he can be found at cultural events, football games, the racetrack, lectures and rallies. He refuses to see religion relegated to one area of life. It helps that he likes all these events because of his untiring sense of wonder. John Bathersby was also a member of the executive of the Confederation of Bishops' Conferences of Oceania from 1991 to 1993, and has been a member of the Australian Bishops' Committee for Liturgy since 1986, of the executive of the Australian Bishops' Conference since 1992, and in that capacity a consultant of Pope John Paul II, and finally chairman of the Queensland Bishops' Conference since 1992. John Bathersby climbs mountains as his relaxation. That is what he has also tried to do in the areas of justice, especially for Aboriginal people, ecumenism, commitment as a church leader to the larger society in all its aspects, the bringing together of city and country, and the eliciting in all of a sense of wonder at themselves and the sheer mystery of life itself. Chancellor, it is with great pleasure that I present to you Archbishop John Bathersby for admission to the degree of Doctor of the University.
I now call upon His Grace the Most Reverend John Bathersby, Doctor of the University, to deliver the occasional address.
Mr. Chancellor, Vice-Chancellor, members of the University Council and Advisory Council, distinguished guests, staff, graduates, and ladies and gentlemen. I thought that, rather facetiously, that after tonight I might be in possession of one of the best collection of hats in Brisbane. To the mitre and the zaquetta, to the four-peaked doctoral beretta, and to my blue toweling mountain hat, I'm now the proud owner of an academic cap. The hats that I wear tend to puzzle and amuse the young. One little fellow in Mareeba years ago, when he saw the mitre, said to me, "Do you have a teapot under your hat?" I said, "No, why do you ask?" He replied, "I saw Dave Allen on television last night wearing one of those things and he had a teapot under it." So perhaps we haven't exhausted all the possibilities of the mitre that I wear. But I'm delighted tonight to receive this honour from Griffith University. It honours not so much me the person, but the church to which I belong, and I would hope organised religion in general. As an archbishop, one of the more delightful tasks is visiting parishes and schools. On such occasions, I talk to the children and accept their questions. A question that is invariably asked of me is, "Do you like being an archbishop?" I usually reply by asking a question in return. What do you think might be the difficulties of being an archbishop? At Behavioural recently, one little fellow, quite obviously stressed out by the demands of the morning classes, replied emphatically, "Doing, running, writing." His answer was more insightful than he realised, and I'm sure my secretary Mary Coman, who daily deciphers my scrawl, would have marvelled at such young wisdom. However, apart from running, writing, and a few other pressures associated with leading a community of almost 500,000 Catholics, I do like being an archbishop because it gives me a unique opportunity to share my faith. My greatest concern is always that either through lack of intelligence or energy, I may not do that adequately. The Catholic Church, like other churches, tries to draw people into communities of faith, hope and love, from which they go forth to transform society. Occasionally, when the spark of faith erupts in the life of a Martin Luther King or a Mother Teresa of Calcutta or an Archbishop Desmond Tutu, or closer to home in our own marvellous Mary MacKillop, are the results spectacular. Usually, however, faith acts quietly, producing gentle acts of compassion, kindness and forgiveness that, like the leaven spoken of by Christ, transforms society slowly from within. As Gerard Manley Hopkins wrote, "Sheer plod makes plough-down Cillian shine." At its best, religion can be the poetry at the heart of our existence, charging its ordinariness with mystery and its dullness with excitement. That it often does not appear to do so is, I believe, an indictment not so much on those who do not listen as on us who are its practitioners. If Christ came to bring us life and life in its fullness, then surely people have every right to find life in the churches. Often what they find instead is an unhelpful separation from and lack of interest in the world, a distrust of it, and sometimes even a hostility towards it. That, I believe, is a betrayal of Christ and the legacy that he left to us. The relationship between the church and the world is a love-hate relationship and always has been. Nevertheless, the church must be interested in the world and indeed intensely interested. Since the Second Vatican Council, the Roman Catholic branch of the church has become much more culture-friendly as the Council challenged Catholics to look closely at the world, to discern the movement of the Spirit within it, and to encourage and support that movement in every way possible. At another level, however, the Church will always be countercultural, just as Christ himself was. Pope John Paul II is fond of describing the Church, because of its antiquity, as an expert in humanity, and I believe that there's much truth in that description. The world in which the Church finds itself today is an extremely complex one. Professor Charles Mayer of Harvard University, in a recent article entitled "Democracy and Its Discontents," wrote about that complexity. He wrote, "Citizens become uneasy at the noticeable presence of foreign-born, worry about the burdens on welfare and the pool of jobs, and view imported mores, languages and religious manifestations as a threat to the national identity. Casual resort to deadly force seems to become more acceptable, whether among American gangs or German skinheads. Commentators point out, and everyday life seems to confirm, a general erosion of civility, which has taken on an ideological edge. No wonder that the common exhilaration that attended the collapse of communism has largely dissipated. How difficult it is today to recover the spirit of the crowds in Leipzig or Wenceslas Square." Despite the pessimism of that assessment and the fact that he was not talking specifically of Australia, there's nevertheless enough truth in his analysis to warrant our attention. He is not describing an economic crisis which he believed happened in the 70s, nor a political one which he identifies with the 60s, but a moral crisis marked by a sense of historical dislocation, a disaffection with political leadership at all levels, and a scepticism about doctrines of social progress. In response to such a situation, he sees a lack of commitment among intellectuals to ideas of progress and equality, and a tendency among reformers who are tired by the complexity of the issues to give up the struggle. People then, he said, either withdraw behind personal barricades or disappear into cultural ghettos and let the rest of the world go by. The fragmentation then of our society, which is already well advanced, becomes only worse. To this difficult situation, I believe Christianity can bring substantial assistance. Firstly, because of its fundamental belief in creation and incarnation, Christianity brings to our very complex world a love of that world in all its mystery. The world is God's well-beloved world, received by us on trust and meant to be passed on intact to future generations. The concern about the environment that has arisen in recent times is surely a movement of God's Spirit that should be supported in every way possible and embraced by Christianity, even as it arrives on the scene a little late and a little breathless. Secondly, to the problems of the world, Christianity brings a vision of hope. All things are possible for those who believe and are prepared to work together for the common good. In an Australian context, it is of critical importance that we should not now lack the political will and the moral stamina to support the practical consequences of the Mabo judgment, I believe the most important judgment in our comparatively short history. Thirdly, in the face of a general tendency to retreat into secure havens of safety and let the rest of the world go by, Christianity proclaims our common humanity as sons and daughters of God. If the bell tolls, as many suggest, then it tolls for all of us, not just for the less fortunate parts of society. Christianity gives us a vision that is capable of overturning the petty enmities and jealousies that have driven us apart and provides us with a sense of solidarity that we will need more than ever in the future. Fourthly, because Christianity is concerned about ultimate meaning, it rejects simplistic and inadequate solutions for the present state of affairs and urges us to search together for radical solutions in the true sense of that word. If we, the older generation, allow our young people to grow up believing in nothing apart from unlimited freedom, then we can hardly complain in the future when they grapple with impossible problems that they accuse us of the worst type of betrayal. Allow me to finish with just a few words of advice for those who are graduating tonight. The words are taken from Bernard Lonergan, a Canadian Jesuit who had a profound influence on North American theology. He studied the process of knowledge in order to define the human person. He discovered that the human person is a self-transcending being defined by wonder. The ultimate sin for Lonergan is to inhibit wondering, to stifle necessary questions, or to make a judgment without allowing all relevant questions to surface. To act thus, he believed, is to betray our God-given nature and to experience the very worst type of alienation. To assist people in achieving authenticity, he suggested certain rules that he calls transcendental precepts. Those rules are: be attentive, be intelligent, be rational, be responsible, and finally, be in love in the widest sense of that word. I share these precepts with you on this your graduation night and offer them to you for your consideration. I congratulate you sincerely on what you have achieved. May the journey of life that lies ahead of you be the very sweetest of adventures, and may God's blessings go with you. Once again, my sincere gratitude to Griffith University for this honour of speaking to you tonight. May Griffith University continue to manifest the vision, the flexibility and the initiative that has made it an important force in the intellectual life of our city. May it continue to pursue its vision with determination and courage into the future. Thank you very much.
Chancellor, it's a great honour for me to thank His Grace on behalf of all of us for his message to us tonight. As we would expect, he has not sought to draw a line between his work and tonight's purposes. He has, on the contrary, joined them together and spoken to us from his heart and from his faith. Of particular relevance to us as a university, he has spoken of the erosion of civility in the world at large and the unease at the presence of the foreign-born, quoting an American author. And I think we can all relate to these thoughts and can all draw from them inspiration for the way we approach them as individuals in our society. He's also spoken of the way in which the environment is a movement of God's Spirit. And I must say I haven't heard it expressed that way before. And environmental issues, rather, are a movement, concern about environmental issues, a movement of God's Spirit. And he's spoken of us having to embrace that in our daily lives. And of course, as a university, that's something we're particularly concerned with. Your Grace, thank you very much for your inspirational address to us, and I'll ask the congregation to join with me in thanking you again. Remains for me to offer my congratulations to all our graduates, to wish them every success in their careers, to exhort them to join the Griffith University Alumni Association and stay part of the Griffith community all your lives. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, in a moment, the Griffith University Collegiate Singers will sing the traditional student song Gādiyāma Sigachor. Please rise as the singers enter and remain standing during the singing. Ladies and gentlemen, the ceremony is now concluded. When the fanfares begin, please remain standing as the Deus Party, the staff procession and the graduates retire. Thank you.